Three. We're live. Hello, welcome to Simon no茶の間. It's talking cake. No.
Hi everyone.
And welcome to my very special guest. We're loaded with cake. This is Food for Life, otherwise known as Risa. I should call her Risa because calling her Food for Life throughout the show would be rather confusing. But hello, welcome Vince of your mom, welcome Prep for it, and anybody else who may have joined in the meantime. This is well, Food for Life. Let Food for Life explain who she is, what she does, and why we're here with cake.
Well, some of you may know who I am. I don't think I'm a YouTuber, but I do mukbangs on YouTube, and I eat quite a lot of food, and that's all I do on YouTube.
Well, there's room. I mean, it's a start. It's a start. There's you've got to get your foot in the door, as it were, or your foot in the mouth.
I know. That's pretty much the only talent I have. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, in honor of Risa's channel, I decided that this interview would take place in a mukbang environment. I should just explain what mukbang is for those who don't know, those who've been maybe living under a rock for the past 5 years or so. In 2010, somebody in Korea decided to do what Risa is now doing, what quite a lot of other YouTubers do, is eat a lot, but on camera. And from there, the Korean name mukbang, which means eating and showing.
Right, eating and show.
And that's in 2019. It's still going strong, and I decided I would partake. but I mean, I like savory stuff. I just had one piece of pizza. I've not had any breakfast. But I decided to partake, and I would partake on my terms, and my terms are cake.
Okay. Right. Can we see your food already, or not yet?
Well, yes, I shall quickly transfer back to my food. There we are.
Okay.
I'm using my phone as a webcam, so it's a bit fuzzy. But there's some various continental cakes and Belgian and very sort of like solid Belgian waffles and things, and I shall be explaining about those shortly. But what we shall do, Risa, I think, is we shall first eat something because I'm starving.
Sure, let's just start eating. I mean, I'm pretty hungry as well, so.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll see a hand reach in. I'm going to pick a waffle.
Okay, there's some waffles, and is it chocolate bar skin cakes?
Next to the waffles there's two kinds of waffles. I'll transfer back to me holding waffle. There are two kinds of waffles in Belgium. There's this one, which is like the Brussels waffle, which is soft vanilla waffle. And you often get these on the street or in restaurants. Basically, desserts in restaurants in Belgium consist mostly of waffles or pancakes.
Okay, very
nice. Limited. But the Brussels waffles are kind of soft, and the other waffles that I'll show you later are called Liège waffles, which is the French-speaking part of Belgium, and they're kind of hard and crunchy because they're full of sugar.
Interesting. I've never seen a waffles like that, like square waffles. It's pretty interesting. And I'm gonna share with everyone first, and I have some wheat tea.
Ah, yes.
You guys can see. Itadakimasu.
Very healthy.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in here in Tokyo, so I thought tea would be nice, warm tea.
We've got two more viewers. We've got Jonesing for Japan. His mother is going to be on next week. Hi Jonesy.
Oh, cool.
And high hopes, my friend Tomo from Shikoku. She was napping, but
cool.
but not napping now.
All right. So
what are you going to for first? What are you going to have first, Risa?
I'm going to have this warabi mochi first because I think you like this probably, Simon. This is the clear mochi.
Clear mochi, yes.
Warabi mochi, right? And I'm gonna dip it into some kinako as well as
that's roasted soya
soybean powders, and some black honey. That I
Hey, Anna and Maya are here. Anna and Maya eat a lot as well in their videos.
They're so pretty. I've seen the interviews with Aya and Maya Jam.
So what you generally do with your waffles is you get a huge dollop of cream and you put it on, and I'm now going to eat.
Wow!
Excuses, audience, while we pig out because
that is a lot of cream. Cool.
Well, I'm going to drink as well. I'm going to drink. But I'm going to use. You know me, audience. It would not be a Simon no茶の間channel without some wine.
Wine, that's nice. That's nice.
Wine in the afternoon. Only on the weekend.
It's a perfect time. And so should I show you? Should I tell you guys what I have in here on my plate? Okay, so this one is warabi mochi, the one I just had, and these are different types of dango. This is the 3-colored dango, and then another one. This is like a sakura dango, and here we have some sakura melon pan, and then this is like an egg pudding, and this one is. I think, oh, sorry, this one is cheese tart, and this one is tarte aux fraises, which I think it means strawberry tart, and this one is Mont Blanc, which is chestnut cake. So, yeah. And then I'm just.
I shall just correct your French. Tarte au frais. For the strawberries, it's tarte au frais.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Okay. I can't say French. It is really difficult. What should I have?
Do I usually eat a lot of sweets like this? Not in this quantity simultaneously. Right. But I mean, given the opportunity, yes.
Yeah, I mean, me too, Simon. To be honest, it might be hard to believe, but I don't really eat a lot of sweets often. So this is definitely my cheat day and my lucky day.
We're going to regret it on Monday.
Sorry, I'm not really good at using my webcam, so I hope you guys can see.
I'll tell you what. While we're munching away, let's get into the. Well, I did have questions actually.
Okay.
Sure. I'll go to my questions. Right. With respect to mukbangs, since we're now filling ourselves with fat and sugar, and you've been doing it for about a year now,
right?
Have you noticed any physical effects from doing it so often?
Well, to be honest, fortunately, not really. And I think it's because I try to balance out my meals. So when I do my mukbangs, that's pretty much the only meal I would have during the day. And so if I eat a lot of food for my mukbangs, then that's my only meal. So I think that's one of the reasons why I don't have any effects on my health yet.
Right, so that runs nicely into question. That's answered question 2. So you prepare yourself basically. You don't eat anything until it's time for the mukbang.
Right.
But did you when you started? Did you kind of build yourself up? Did you prepare yourself? Did you sort of like, because I mean, eating that quantity of food in one go, if you've not done it before, can be quite overwhelming, I should imagine. So did you have to kind of prepare yourself in advance? Well, by eating sort of gradually eating more and more and more over time.
Right. To be honest with you, like I've said, if I know I'm going to do a mukbang, then I'm gonna save my stomach capacity for that, as in preparation. And but the thing is, for me, the portion of my mukbang is bearable for me, since I can eat quite a lot of food, and I think I have the biggest stomach in my family members. So it's not really tough or hard for me to eat that large amount of food. Although I'm not like a competitive eater, like those people who eat a huge amount of food. I can't compare myself to them. But as a normal person, I think I can eat quite a lot. So yeah.
We're getting comments saying Tomo is saying you look slim but eat a lot of sweets? Question mark.
Tomo-chan, not really. I don't eat a lot of sweets, so this is pretty rare for me. Yeah. I like a lot of savory food. I do love my sweets as well, but for some reason I just don't eat sweets that often. Oh my gosh, my mom is here.
Where's your mom? Oh, A, number A. Hello.
Right, Irene. That's my mom.
Hi, Hope's asking, are you Japanese? Yes, we'll get onto that. Japanese.
Yes, I'm half Japanese, and to Hope-chan.
Anna and Maya are asking, what's your favorite savory food?
My favorite savory food, that's really difficult. I love a lot of food. If it's Japanese cuisine, I would say sushi, sashimi. I also love karaage, which is the Japanese fried chicken. Yeah, it's really good. Yep. What about you, Simon?
That was one of your questions to me, wasn't it? Sort of, if I call up, yeah, because I've been asked questions, which are quite interesting. What is my favorite? I don't know. And what is my favorite food? Favorite food, cake. No,
you can only choose one.
Oh right. Only choose one. It's difficult.
Right.
Let's think. Can I have categories, or does it? There's no categories. It's just got to be one food, regardless.
All right. So let's say if it's in Japanese cuisine, what is your number one?
It's a tough one. It's either unagi or.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Or okonomiyaki.
Oh my gosh, those are really good too. I forgot about them. Especially, I love unagi so much. So good.
And Western food.
Western food, yes.
Yeah. Well, I shall go for a dessert for that one. Black Forest Gatto.
What is that?
It's like 3 layers of chocolate cake filled with cream and kirsch and black cherries with chocolate over it. It's rather good.
Sounds pretty sweet and good.
I used to have that that used to be a sort of a popular dessert in the 1970s. Give my age away here in restaurants and pubs, and I kind of grew addicted to it.
Nice. That's where my mom is born. 1970s, I guess.
Fellow. Like, what would you call baby? Yeah.
Yep.
So let's go. So you asked me about we would have got established favorite foods. Let's get back to the questions. So when did you decide? Excuse me. When did you decide to start making mukbang videos?
Well, I've always wanted to do mukbang. First, I've discovered mukbang 3 years ago. And I think the first mukbanger I've ever watched was Mummy Tang, which I think a lot of you guys may probably know who she is. She's pretty popular and she's really big on YouTube. And then I was hooked on watching mukbang videos. Since I always do by myself, so that was kind of like my company, and I felt like mukbangs were kind of like my best friends from YouTube. And then I've always wanted to make one myself, but I've never had the courage to. First, I think it's because I was worrying about my English speaking. And then I'm not really good at public speaking as well. And another thing is that I'm pretty shy. So
So, but
I've always has.
can I just stop you there, Risa? I mean, why would it specifically need to be English? I mean, Korean mukbangers, do they do it in English?
Right.
I mean, and Japanese mukbangers, do they do it? I mean, I used to be subscribed on my old channel to Rina Kinoshita or something like that. She just like I don't know. Yeah, she just ate masses of food, but she spoke Japanese. So I mean, did you not think of going that way?
Right. For me, I've always wanted to do in English because I just think we have a bigger audiences that. Sorry, if I just feel like English speaking videos is more for like more audiences,
more global, yeah.
And for Yuka Kinoshita is, for me, I think her content is a little bit different than mukbang because she is more like a competitive eater. So I don't really watch her, to be honest, just because for me, I like watching mukbangs because I feel like I'm hanging out with the people. But Yuka Kinoshita's mukbang is more so of an entertainment video, if that makes sense.
Right, hang on, I have now moved on to Le Trianon. Le Trianon, which is this is like a typical like continental cake. I mean, I'm English, and English cakes are rather sort of solid, you know, British cakes that line your stomach and go down a treat, you know, spotted dick and all that sort of thing, you know. But
funny. Wow.
But continental cakes, they're nice, but they're very light and fluffy, so you don't know you've eaten them. Although this looks quite stodgy, so I'm going to give it a go. And let's switch back to your questions to me. And I'll try to eat them without spitting crumbs at the camera.
That's okay. Well, for me, mukbang, since mukbang is about eating, so in order to fully enjoy mukbang, I think we all need to be more open about, like, you know, sometimes when people burp, or sometimes when people, like, you know, all sort of those things. And I think it's normal when people eat in. You know, it's common it's normal to be messy when you're eating. So don't worry.
Okay. Well, fire away. Ask a question. As he filled his mouth with cake.
No problem. Is it your first time doing mukbang?
Well, technically, I did a kind of mukbang with Hiko Simon in Shimokutazawa when I was in Japan. We went to a cupcake shop, New York Cupcakes. You know, advert for you. New York Cupcakes in Shimokutazawa, and Hiko Simon and I went in and each got. It wasn't a great deal. 3 each of their rather delicious cupcakes, and I did a live stream. But this, I mean, someone was asking how many cakes am I going to eat? Well, so I shall transfer back to. So those are my cakes over there, and I may eat most of them, but my sons are downstairs, so they'll come and help at some point.
That's nice. So when did you find out that you loved sweet so much?
As a child, as you do. Whether that means I've matured or not, I don't know.
Okay. When you were younger,
yes, as a child, you know, when you were given things that weren't sweet, and you turned your nose up at them. But later on, you come to appreciate the savoury things. I do remember as a child at Christmas, you know, you get all the chocolates and the sweets and everything. And I was like, I could murder like a beef and cucumber sandwich, please. Something else.
One of my favorite movie from when I was younger was The Chocolate Factory. Have you watched that?
Oh, I watched the Gene Wilder version. Yeah.
Sorry, the Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite movie from my childhood.
Anna and Maya are saying, do mukbangs require talking? Yeah, kind of.
Well, I think it's freestyle. Sorry. Some people would talk, some people would just eat, and that's it. But for me, I prefer talking because it's just more comfortable, and I like to interact with the viewers as well. So if I'm not talking, then I feel like it's hard to be close to my viewers, if that makes sense.
I mean, this is the point really of these. If if it wasn't for you lot, the viewers, it would just be me and Risa having a video chat meeting, which we did earlier, and we didn't eat at that point. So I mean, yes, it's I mean, quite a lot of my viewers are also former guests as well, which is quite good, and future guests. So that helps.
I've always seen high hopes in your chat. She's always here.
Yes, yeah, that's Tomo.
Yes, and prep for it. I think he's Canadian because Adam, and he's one of the sweetest people I've met on YouTube. He's so sweet. He's always so supportive. Yeah, I'm very thankful.
He's Swedish. Oh, right. Okay.
No, not Swedish. Canadian.
Oh, Canadian.
Yep.
Ty here.
Yeah,
Ty from last week.
Hi, Ty. He was on your show last week.
That's right.
I watched it. Hi, Ty. Nice. Simon, this is for you. This is your the one that you wanted to have.
Yes, the warabi mochi. It's it's kind of it's quite interesting because it's. I mean, it's made from rice, isn't it? It's made from rice. It's mochi rice, but it's transparent, which is rather interesting.
I think it's made from a plant called warabi.
Oh, so it's not rice.
So,
but it's kind of
it's
called mochi because of the texture. Yeah,
but the texture is pretty much just like mochi. It's really, really good, and my mom liked warabi mochi as well.
Right, I'm just going to clear my palate with some wine.
Cool.
Because
wine.
I may have to move on to the next cake. I shall also move on to the next question.
Sure.
And feel free to ask the questions that you sent me. Well, at some point.
I have a few questions for you as well, Simon. So should I ask?
Yes, I mean, okay. You can ask. While I get cake, you can ask one of the questions. Hang on, wait till I get the cake because I can't hear you if I.
Calm down, Simon. It's all good. Okay. Hi, everyone. I love warabi mochi. I know, Anna and Maya. It is really good, right? And you're welcome for it. Yep. All right. Is Simon back?
Yeah, I'm back. I've just got a message from Radri, one of my previous guests. So he's out and about today. He will catch the show when he returns. Okay.
Aww, I appreciate it. Thanks, Rutley. All right, I'm gonna have some egg pudding. This is the egg pudding.
Oh, right. Dropped my knife.
And my question for you. So my questions are pretty straightforward.
Yeah, very straightforward. Okay. Question number one, that's fairly sort of to the bone. Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Question number one.
Okay.
It's Simon. Do you have a girlfriend at the moment?
Oh my god. Technically, no. No, I don't.
Oh, okay. You're single and mingle.
I'm single. I'm single.
Are you ready to mingle? Single and ready to mingle?
I don't possibly, but I don't swipe.
I mean, yeah, those are pretty. You know, it can be fun, but yeah.
I don't know. I've never tried it. I mean, swiping. That is.
Are those common in Belgium as well?
I should imagine they are, but not with me. I mean, world exclusive. I have never dated, so
okay.
I wouldn't know.
You've never dated from.
I've never dated from an app. I've never dated. Full stop. Full stop. So
Okay.
yeah, I have been married.
So.
And I am a father.
Kind of related to. So, do you have anyone that you are interested in, you're seeing, or someone that?
Well, I mean, for long-term viewers of this show and of the three old dudes, will know that I have a friend, shall we say, in Yamaguchi. But that's like going hot and cold. So yes, that's why technically I don't have a girlfriend still.
Well, okay, so that's a pretty it's kind of like a long distance relationship, I guess, because it's pretty far.
It's about 9,000 kilometers. Yeah.
Wow, but I guess you guys keep in touch on Skype or social medias, maybe.
Or the absolutely rubbish app known as Line, which
Line,
which
Line,
only seems to work well. You know, within Southeast Asia, and beyond that, the servers like keep saying, you know, problem with the connection.
It's kind of oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan online as well.
Hang on, who's calling me now? Oh, this is work. This is work. Excuse me. Hello, yeah.
No worries. I'm Simon. So I'm having some melon fun.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Yo. Yeah, that was my boss. I've got to be at work at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is so.
Wow, that's early.
Lay off the wine. Currently I'm eating. This week I'm eating mostly what appears to be sort of like a strudel type thing.
It looks like a tart.
It's like it's called Breugel tart, which is it's basically apple and raisins and spices. It's rather nice.
It sounds good.
Would go well with custard.
Nice.
So that was 7 a.m. at work is crazy, says Anna. Well, I have to usually
7 a.m. is early.
I usually get up about 6 and go to get to work for 8.
Right.
But
okay, so then you need to wake up at 5 tomorrow then.
And I can. It's only like 10 minutes away by car, so I can take it to the limit and lay in bed until about 6.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It kind of sucks sometimes when things like that happens, you know. Yeah, but I guess it's gonna be okay.
So let's get. It's not my turn to ask you something now. Where were you? Right. So I shall establish a background, and for this question, I've been doing my preparations here. There we are. I shall talk so that people can see the background. We have here Hong Kong, Los Angeles. Wow. There's the reclining Buddha. For those that don't know, is somewhere in Fukuoka. And this is the area in Tokyo if I'm correct, where Risa currently resides.
I wonder where that is. Yeah. Okay.
Well, according to your Facebook, you live in a certain area of Tokyo, and I based on that, I got this photo. But anyway,
really?
Yeah.
I've never been here. Yeah.
So it's near a station near you, apparently. But anyway.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So, but to get to the point, and going back to Tomo's question, the sort of, are you Japanese? Yes, you're half Japanese, but you grew up in Fukuoka. And
yes.
The question is, when did you move to Tokyo?
I moved to Tokyo in 2016, so that's not too long ago, actually. It's only been over 2 years now. I mean, almost 3 years.
So why did you move to Tokyo from Fukuoka?
Right. I moved to Tokyo for university. And that's just the main reason. And I've also wanted to experience Tokyo as well, since my hometown is in Fukuoka, and when I was younger, I've never been to anywhere outside of Kyushu. So as for university, I wanted to be in a different place other than Kyushu area. So that's why I'm here now.
So, and what are you studying at university?
My major is international relations. So it's mainly about politics, sometimes economy, and also sometimes communication. And some of the classes are about psychology, sociology, and that sort of things.
that will explain your questions to me. So, I mean, one question I have about your course, studying international relations. Now, is it in general, or is it in general, or from a specific, general? It's not international relations from a specific Japanese perspective or anything. No.
Oh. Yeah, no, because my program is actually an American program, so everything is taught in English, and my professors are mostly American. So the classes are pretty much just the classes that you can take in the States as well.
Oh, right.
So it's very generalized, and yeah, and not so much about Japan, to be honest.
That sounds like it's not Temple University, is it?
We have a really close relationship with the Temple University, but it's a Tokyo International University. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, it's just that Randri used to go to the Temple University. That's why it made me think of that.
Oh, really?
So,
cool.
How far in are you to the course now?
So this year it's going to be my last year, and this in university it's going to be my 4th year, starting from next month. So I still have 20 to 30 credits left. Well, I think. So I'm going to be fine within the 2 semesters, and hopefully I can graduate in time. And my plan is to go to graduate school after that.
All right. So do postgraduate. Yeah. So, I mean.
Yes. But I'm also doing job hunting at the same time.
That leads nicely into the next question, which is, what kind of job or career are you aiming to get once you graduate? This is where your mum sits closer to the screen and listens.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't have like a specific job that I really want to do, but I do have a desired place that I want to work at. So the places that I really, really want to work in the future, such as embassy, consulate, or a place called JNTO, which is a Japan National Tourism Organization.
Oh yeah.
Those, right, and if those are too difficult for me, then maybe airlines such as Japan Airlines or ANA, and those would be really nice as well. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good that's a good choice. I mean, I would recommend ANA, but I use ANA all the time when I go to Japan. Hi, Robert. Just a question from the audience. What are your favorite beverages to have with your favorite meals? So you first, Risa. What do you like to drink?
A question for me? Oh, okay. Well, I drink different things. I actually like a lot of different drinks. I like tea. I like coffee. I like soda. I like juices. I like milk. I try to drink different things each time. What about you, Simon?
I like. Well, most people here know that when usually on a weekend,
Wine?
I like wine. Yes. Friday night after work, down the supermarket, a bottle of wine, and that will last me till the following Tuesday. And I don't knock it back. But I also like beer with some meals, but mostly I just drink water with
water. That's nice. I should drink more water. I don't really drink much water, so that's kind of bad.
It's good for you, apparently. Doesn't taste of anything, but it's good.
Yeah, wine is pretty nice, and I do like beers as well, but I don't drink a lot of alcohol that much. And I think it's because I just live by myself, and I don't really feel like drinking just by myself, if that makes sense.
Yes, I know what you mean. I mean, I live by myself, and the prospect of going out to a bar just to drink on your own, it's rather, no. Sorry.
I know
won't do that.
A little bit too much for me. Wow, that's a video of, I guess.
What? Sorry. I was going to say. Oh yes, these are videos of places you've lived. That's downtown Los Angeles, which we'll get to. Well, I'll jump to that question because people are probably wondering, well, how you can speak such good English. You've experienced Hong Kong, you've experienced California and Tokyo. Could you describe the differences you felt between living in each of those places? And we'll get onto we'll get onto about Hong Kong, and we'll get onto about Los Angeles later. But now, just what did you feel? Did you feel any particular differences coming from sort of Fukuoka in Kyushu and going to Hong Kong or going to California? What was your feelings? What was your feelings of being in those places?
Right. For me, Hong Kong, it's kind of like my second home since I'm half Chinese, and most of my Chinese family members, they live in Hong Kong. So for some reason, Hong Kong feels like home, to be honest. And I love the food cultures in Hong Kong, and actually Hong Kong is very similar to Tokyo. It's a big city with a lot of people and very convenient, and the transport is amazing. And the rent is quite expensive as well. As for California, I've only been to Los Angeles, so my perspective on California can be a little bit tiny. But from my experience, the best part about living in LA was the weather. It was always sunny, and since I really do not like rain or humidity, so I really love the weather in LA. However, I don't really think LA life fits for me because most of you guys now live in LA cost a lot of money, and especially as an international student, the tuition is twice, and you basically have to pay a lot more for a lot of different things. And then you are not legally allowed to have a part-time job in America. so the lifestyle wasn't for me, and then I didn't drive back then since I got my driver license at the and I didn't have my car as well. So the life in LA was a little bit inconvenient and tough for me. So that's why I decided to come back. But I love how diverse LA is.
Prepper is asking what was your favorite food in LA?
My favorite food. It kind of sounds. It might be crazy, but I really love the Thai food in LA.
I'll go to LA to eat Thai food.
It's crazy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I lived in a place where it was really close to the Thai town. So I had a lot of delicious Thai food, and that was my first time experience. So I kind of fell in love with those Thai food. But yeah, like I've said, LA, it's such a diverse city with many different people coming from different places. So it's easy to have and eat different types of food.
Yeah,
that's what I love about LA.
Kind of multicultural.
Multicultural, yeah, definitely.
So what did you actually, to just to sort of build a picture here, why did you go to LA?
Well, the main reason I decided to study in LA was back in high school, I was really into films, and I loved watching films, and so I simply just wanted to study films due to my interest in films. And then I thought, where should I go? And I know that I really wanted to go to the States, but I wasn't sure where. And since my interest was based in film, so it's kind of natural for me to think about Hollywood, and the Hollywood is in LA. So that's why I decided to go to LA to study films.
So we've talked about this before, but you only did that for 1 year, and then you kind of like gave up and came back. What made you?
Yeah.
What made you? So we know now why you chose to do film, but what made you realize it was not what you wanted? What you really wanted?
Right. One of the factor is because of the living condition, but the main reason was because I just thought after studying film, and I learned how competitive the industry is, and I also find that I'm not a creative person. I'm a very uncreative person. I always try to stick with the same thing. It's kind of like a Japanese part of me that I'm kind of scared to challenge myself, and I always want to have this like safe zone, if that makes sense. And so I started to realize film is not really for me, and that maybe I should go back to Japan due to the living condition as well.
I've just got a question from your mother. I shall attempt to answer it. I'm living in Belgium, and I've been living here for over 20 years now. I'm originally from England. I've not lived in many cities. I've visited quite a few cities, but I've not lived in any sort of major city. Just towns, really. And the best place to live, well, for me personally, it would have to be a temperate zone. I could live in Japan in the spring and the autumn and the early winter, and then I would have to have a second house in Northwest Europe somewhere. Which is partially answers one of your questions, Risa. But yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's actually from my mom. Irene is my mom.
But yes, but one of your questions was, if we go to the questions you asked me, it says,
right.
Where is my dream place to live forever? Was one of the questions. Yeah, so that's nice. Typical. I mean, if I could have two places, I would have a house in Japan for part of the year when it's not too hot and sticky, and a house in possibly somewhere in Scandinavia. Hello, and Maya, give me some tips for Scandinavia, because you know, I'm from the UK. I quite like the UK, but not the way it is at the moment. I mean, if it sort of got back to normal, I would quite like to live there. But yeah.
Okay. All right. That sounds nice. Oh, okay. So should I ask you some questions as well right now?
Well, yes. You can carry on. Yeah, with your list. So we've established that I'm single. We've established that my favorite food is.
Okay. And so, what is your type in terms of your partner? I know you're single right now, but what is your type?
My type. Well, female. Female, definitely female. Yeah, female. Of a comparable age, give or take 10 years. So, and understanding, very understanding, and very understanding, tolerant, undemanding as with regards to career ambitions, because I have none, and expectations. I mean, quite happy to live a simple life, that kind of thing. Not looking for too much luxury, sort of thing. I'm kind of limiting myself here, really. But yes, that.
Okay. So now we all know.
It's Maya. Maya can't give me a tip on Scandinavia. She can give me a tip on. She could probably give me a tip on America, but I'm not big on America. And if I remember your most recent video, Maya, Anna and Maya, you tend to stay in Japan for sort of quite some time. So going back to America is not an option.
Okay, so Maya wants to stay in Japan, right? Okay, I see. That's nice. Yeah, I do love living in Japan as well. All
right. So yeah, I kind of just jumped to a question about. I mean, because you grew up in Fukuoka, and you only came to Tokyo in 2016. But did you think when you were in Fukuoka, when you were growing up in Fukuoka, that you would ever end up living in Tokyo?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Well, I came from a very small town with a little community. So we know pretty much everybody in the community, like the neighborhood. And so I've never thought I would end up in a place other than my home city when I was little. And also because when I was younger, I had a very small, tiny perspective. I didn't speak Chinese. I didn't speak English. I was very closed-minded. I didn't appreciate other cultures. And so, yeah, I never thought I would be in anywhere other than my city. But now I'm very thankful for my experiences as well as my supportive family.
Just a question from Anna. Sorry, Maya. Anna and Maya. Maya is asking the question to you. What irks you about Japan? What bugs you about Japan? Since you are very international as well. What are the things that
what is irks?
What does that means? There's something that really bugs you. You know, bothers you about Japan.
Okay. Well, so, it's a pretty tough question, to be honest. I feel like coming from, after living in States and in China and Hong Kong, sometimes I feel like people here is a little bit too polite, maybe. In a bad way, it can be said and people can be a bit fake. But of course, not everybody is like that. And other than that, I really can't think of anything that much.
You don't feel any
Yeah.
you don't do you feel any pressure to sort of conform? Sort of not like not,
Oh,
not
oh
stand
yeah,
out?
right.
Mm,
Pressures of society. Yes, yes, yes. Like, in Japan, it's kind of where you have to do each things like at the age of this, at the age of that. It's pretty much all what is the word? It's pretty much all kind of like a categorized,
mm,
and people can be a little bit close-minded in some perspective.
mm.
So those are some of the downside of the people in Japan or the Japanese society, maybe.
Mhm. I mean, Maya's saying this because Anna and Maya, both are
Uh-huh.
one is Japanese by birth and one is American by birth, but Japanese genetically, and both of them experience
Mm-hmm.
difficulties, shall we say,
Right.
from regular Japanese,
Yeah.
because of the particularly Anna, for example. People can't believe she's Japanese.
Mhm.
I mean, because she's
Yeah.
Hafu.
I
Do you
understand.
get the Hafu problem as well?
Mm, when I watched the interviews with Anna and Maya,
Mm.
I had a lot of things that were also relatable for me as well. The things that they have talked about. So,
Mm.
being as a half Chinese and Japanese, growing up, I was very insecure about my identity. Um, Especially before leaving Japan, I just hate the fact that I was Chinese. So
Mm.
I wouldn't speak Chinese to my mom. I would hide my truth identity pretty much. But now, obviously, after experiencing studying abroad, and now I'm very thankful to have this background.
Mm.
But yes, like I had some sort of insecurities for sure,
Mm.
and expectations. For example, I think Maya said people expect her Japanese to be perfect, or people expect her to speak a fluent Japanese. But the thing is, she wasn't raised here, but
Mm.
she looks Asian or Japanese. So I do have some sort of those problem as well, since I look Asian and people would expect me to have this perfect Japanese and perfect norms. But yeah, since I wasn't raised here my whole life, so yeah, it's
Mm.
very. I understand Anna and Maya in many ways.
Mm. Prep Fritz just asked a question. He says, "Will you stay in Tokyo when your university is finished?"
Yes, prep for it. I plan to stay in Tokyo for my jobs as well as for my graduate school. That's my plan for now.
Hmm.
And when are you coming to Tokyo, Simon?
That's a good question. When I've saved up enough overtime, basically
Okay.
that's how I did it the past 4 years. I I can save up overtime at work and choose to either have it as pay or as holiday. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, the past 4 years, I saved it up as holiday and then took it in a big chunk.
Right.
And that usually takes about a year to save that up.
Yeah.
So if I do come again to Tokyo, it will be
Mm-hmm.
or to Japan, it will be towards the
Okay.
end. It's looking towards the end of the year. I've not made any definite
Okay.
plans.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to that as well. You have a lot of good friends in Japan.
Oh yes, I mean most of
So,
my friends are.
you're right.
I'm just going to have
Mm-hmm.
another cake because it's mukbang, and I've not been banging my mucks very much, have I?
But Simon, don't force yourself, okay? Just do your best and do not force yourself.
I shall go with
I don't want you to have that.
modest Belgian
Okay.
affair. This is called a marrow pipe.
Marrow
In
pipe.
Yeah, it's basically marzipan covered
It looks like a chocolate bar.
yeah, it's kind of like a marzipan covering with chocolate coatings on each end, and in the middle is a sort of
Okay.
soft cream, and it's all wrapped in marzipan. Yes,
Hmm.
it's very nice.
Nice. Itadakimasu. Oh, it's pretty soft, isn't it?
Right, chewy.
Huh? Hmm. Nice. Yummy, yummy in your tummy. Nice, nice.
So, your next question for you, Risa.
Okay.
Sound of eating, ASMR eating going on here.
I love ASMR as well. Those are very interesting video.
There you are, Victor. You've got a new fan.
Believe in Yourself said, my first wife is half Chinese and half Japanese. Oh, okay. She's kind of like my background. Okay. She spoke Cantonese. I did spoke Cantonese as well. We would go for dim sum. Oh my gosh. Dim sum is my favorite food from Hong Kong. And her mother had grown up in Hong Kong, but Japanese by birth. Oh, interesting. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we've established my marital status, who my favorite kind of woman is, and where I'd like to live forever. So there's a couple more questions left.
Should I ask you now?
Yes, you can ask me now. Yes. I shall not tell anybody my bank account number.
So I would like to know, who is your favorite YouTuber, but you can only choose one.
Oh my God. Sincere apologies to all the people I'm subscribed to. if it turns out not to be you.
I'm sorry, but if you really can't choose one, you don't have to answer.
Well, I'm trying to think. It's difficult. Because I mean, I'm trying to think back who I watch. Who do I watch the most?
Right. Who do you watch the most?
Yes, he's actually the person I watch the most. What's it? My friend Gonzaga, who is going to, he never watches this, so it's all right. But he has a channel called Tokyo Street View, where he goes around Japan and he videos stuff in 4K, very temples and shrines, and he gets work from the Japanese tourist board given to him and that sort of thing. But it's not him. it's a guy, a Japanese guy called Nippon Wandering TV. Basically, all he does is he has a 4K camera on a stabilizer, and he just doesn't say anything, doesn't say a word, and he just walks around different areas of Tokyo. Sometimes he does it live, sometimes he just records it. It's just every day walking around. I mean, it's my favorite YouTuber because obviously I've been to quite a lot of the places he's been to, and it's nice to see them again, kind of thing. So that's my favorite YouTuber, I would say. I mean, it's nobody spectacular, right. But if you're interested in audience, look up Nippon Wandering TV.
Nippon Wandering TV. Okay.
Yeah. I sometimes use his videos for sort of like scenes of Tokyo in the background here. So who's your favorite?
My mom said,
"Oh, welcome to Japan." Who's your favorite YouTuber, Risa? Only one. Only one.
Really, really tough. But I know it's gonna be a mukbanger. Since most of the people I watch are mukbangers, so. But so I think, who do I watch the most lately? Lately I watch Nikocado Avocado. Have you ever heard of him?
No, does he do his videos in Japanese? Because this is I'm just like building up to my next question.
Okay, he's an American mukbanger, and he lives in Florida, I think, right now. So he's a very popular mukbanger. He has over 1 million subscribers. And I also like to watch some ASMR channels as well. So maybe lately Nikocado avocado. It's my favorite right now. I think.
Nikocado avocado. It's like it's very
avocado. Yeah.
alliterative YouTuber. So
does anybody?
I've never heard of him, but then I don't watch mukbang videos as a rule. So do you, I mean, going back to my question about, I mean, I asked you, is he Japanese? And it said, no, he's American. But do you watch any Japanese YouTubers, ones that do their videos in Japanese and not English?
A very good question. The answer is, unfortunately, no, I don't watch any Japanese YouTubers. I think one of the reasons why I choose to watch English videos is because I really want to improve my English by watching more people speaking in English and or hear to improve my hearing and listening. So that's one of the reasons why I mainly watch English videos, but not much of Japanese videos or Japanese YouTubers.
And that's interesting because I've been watching some interviews on YouTube with young Japanese in Tokyo, and quite a lot of them said they don't really watch YouTube, or that they do not know many non-Japanese YouTubers. So it's like the opposite of what you, if you like. I mean, you don't watch many Japanese YouTubers, but they don't know many non-Japanese either. There's kind of like a disconnect. I mean, there's you know, there's this YouTube Hanami that's going to go on soon, which has been going on for years, and that's mostly J vloggers, which are basically non-Japanese who, even though the organizers say it's open to everybody, but most of the people that turn up are non-Japanese living in Japan. And there doesn't seem to be an equivalent Japanese version, if you see what I mean. There's YouTube Japan, but not the English speakers or the non-Japanese speakers that don't really sort of mix.
Yeah, I think first, I don't know a lot of Japanese people that are really into YouTube. Like people would watch YouTube videos here and there, but I don't think a lot of them are super into YouTube. And another thing, I think it's because a lot of Japanese people, they don't really watch videos that they don't understand, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So if the video is in English, then it's hard for them to understand the content unless they really want to learn English like myself.
I mean, I agree. I don't watch that many Japanese videos in Japanese. I watch Ask Japanese by Kathy Cat, and she's German but speaks fluent Japanese. But she does all her interviews with Japanese people in Japanese, but she provides subtitles, which is handy. So I'll watch that.
That's really
but I mean, for example, Yuko Kinoshita, I tried watching. Like I said, I'm not a big mukbang watcher, but so, you know, I can't understand a word she's saying, so I don't watch for very long. There's a channel that I'm subscribed to. I mean, they do provide English subtitles as well. Tokyo Night. It's a new channel. Yeah, so it's like sort of young Tokyo people who they only last about a minute or so. These videos they do quick reviews of restaurants and bars and places in Tokyo. But it's all in Japanese, but they do provide subtitles.
Subtitles, yeah, that's really helpful for sure.
How's it going with your our mukbang is not being banged?
Okay. This is actually my first time eating this much sweets in once.
Yes.
Seriously, this is like my first sweet virginity.
Okay. I shall transfer to. Is my video still on? Oh, I think I've lost signal. My phone. I think my phone died. Connection failed. Network error. Which is. I just have to turn my camera down to about there. There's my cake.
Okay, no
my cakes are there, and they're probably going to go back in the tin.
It's
hello.
It's worry, no rush.
What happened there? Ooh.
So Prepword said, have you found a restaurant that lets you film in a video there? I'm not sure yet, since I haven't really been out to eat that much lately. The last time when I went out to eat was my Torikizoku mukbang. That's the place where they didn't allow me to film, but I secretly did. and I think a lot of places are pretty strict, but I also feel like if you look foreigners, or if you look like you're not from Japan, most of the time they will let you do it just for the sake of, like, maybe they're tourists and they want to experience Japan and so on. But if you look Japanese and you speak Japanese, most of the time I feel like people are more strict to you in the restaurants in terms of filming or things like that. Yeah. And it's fixed now.
Yes, I mean, do not fiddle with your camera during a live hangout. That's basically here's the advice.
Yeah, we had a bit of technical difficulties as well, right, Simon?
Yes,
it's mainly because of my problem.
Mainly because of Apple, basically. Yes.
Yeah, my computer. I've never used the Google Hangouts before, so I've had a bit of technical difficulties. And my mom said I'm studying English while watching YouTube. Yep.
I'm next week's guest is the mother of another YouTuber, and she's Japanese. And they live currently in the States, but they're going to move to Japan. And she gives Japanese lessons on her channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is her channel name?
Oba-chan's class. Oba-chan's class. Yeah, if you type that in English, in YouTube, Oba-chan's class, you'll get her channel. She's from Osaka, so she's teaching everybody Kansai Ben.
Oh, Kansai Ben, it's very interesting. Yeah. I've been to Osaka once, and I thought it was really fun. And the food is really yummy as well.
It's supposed to be good for food, Osaka, yes.
And yeah, it's really nice. The food is delicious there.
So, next question is relating to YouTube. We were talking about sort of the dissonance between the two halves of the YouTube community in Japan. Okay. But YouTube started when you were about 12. But when did you first start watching it?
I think I first discovered YouTube when I was 12 or 13. I was in middle school, and that's when I started to really find my interest into Western music. So that's how I found YouTube, because I wanted to watch the music videos. And yeah, that's how I found out about YouTube in China.
Oh, you were in China at the time?
Yes, I was studying abroad in China. But the funny thing is, a couple years after that, China banned Facebook and YouTube. So I wasn't able to use YouTube for quite a long time. And Facebook.
That partially explains or gives an answer to my next question. So did you want to become a YouTuber yourself quite soon after discovering YouTube, but only waited until last year to become one? Or was it last year that you decided to switch from being a watcher to a creator?
Right. I've never thought I wanted to become a YouTuber when I first discovered YouTube. But after discovering mukbang, that's when I thought maybe I can do this if I have more courage to do so. And that was 3 years ago. But like I've mentioned earlier, I have this shy personality, and I'm pretty introverted, and I was kind of hesitated to do my own YouTube videos. But then I also thought I had the equipment. I had the camcorder, I had the tripod, because I bought those when I was a film student. And I was like, I should utilize those equipment and just do a mukbang.
Yeah.
So that's how.
And it seems to be quite successful. I mean, you've got more subscribers than me. I should eat more on camera or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's really not about the numbers, and
no.
I think as a creator, it's really about how much you enjoy it and how much it means to you. You know, so it's
I was going to say, but now that you've been established sort of for a year and out there as a YouTuber, do your friends now know about your channel?
Well, some of my friends from school or some of my high school friends are kind of finding out about my channel lately, and I think it's because of my Instagram account. And my family knows. I told my family members, and some of my coworkers know about my channel as well, but not a lot of them know. So yes, some of them do.
What do they think in general? I mean, have you had any feedback?
Right. So my friends, no one has said anything about my channel. My coworkers, though, fortunately, some of them were like, "Wow, I actually really enjoy your videos because I eat by myself too." So they were like, "I watch your videos when I eat," and I was pretty surprised at first. I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." Yeah, and my mom and my family think it's pretty interesting, and yeah.
Maya has to go. She's saying it was fun meeting you, so she's got to leave.
Oh, okay, Maya-chan to Anna-chan, じゃあね, bye bye. ありがとう. Thank you for coming. Have a sweet night. Thank you.
So you've now established yourself. I mean, you were saying earlier you do this. You're quite Japanese. You're stuck to this one thing, but now you've established. Now you've figured out how to do the YouTube videos, and you've got subscribers. Do you think you would broaden the range of your content on your channel? Would you do other things besides mukbang, or do you think you would just stick to mukbang?
Right. A very good question. But to be honest, as for now, I would love to just stick with mukbang. And I think the main reason is because that's the only content that I find myself doing. So, for example, when it comes to bloggers, I don't think I'm suitable as a blogger because my life is very boring. I don't even really go out for fun. I just stayed in my apartment most of the time, unless I really have to go out for work, for school, for groceries, and etc. So I feel like mukbang, it's the only content I can do as for now.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you went in that restaurant though. I mean, you were going to do a mukbang. I mean, all right, it didn't work out so well because of the owner didn't want you to film there, but you got out from your room and you went.
I know, right?
I mean, theoretically, what you could do is in between going from home to the restaurant and so on, you could sort of.
Good idea. That's what I'm thinking about too.
And build up from that, that kind of thing.
That's a very good idea, Simon. And it's actually one of the things that I've been thinking about for a long time now, is that I also want to do like a restaurant type of mukbang sometimes. Just to show the Japanese restaurant, the atmosphere in the restaurant and the food, and and it's a little bit more fun other than just in my apartment, the same background and everything.
Have you ever thought of collaborating with other YouTubers for doing something like that?
Well, I would love to, but this is actually my first ever collaboration on YouTube, Simon. Like, nobody have ever asked me about it before. and you are the first one who ever asked me, and I was so honored. I'm like, wow, like really, people. I was very shocked at first.
Yeah, maybe you should contact Anna and Maya, and see if and they go out to restaurants and things and film themselves eating. But
if they like mukbang, yeah, sure, we could do that. And and I also wanted to mention TD Tokyo Drew.
Oh yes, he was fishing to get you before me, which I didn't realize.
I think he had a lot of guests lining up already, so he said he will contact me in the future. Yeah, but yes, you're the first one, and I'm very honored. And thank you, Simon.
Sorry, Drew. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, honest.
Drew's channel is very interesting too. I did watch a lot of his videos as well as your interview videos, and I love your channel a lot, as well as TD Drew. TD.
TD. Yes, that's his new that's his new name, TD.
It's really funny, and he can walk a lot. I mean, he walks a lot. Like sometimes when he's done drinking after at the pub or whatever, he walks for an hour or over an hour.
That's because he misses the last train, and also because he needs to walk up the booze.
I know. I've always felt so bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's freezing outside, and it's like, wow, he can walk. But good for him, though. It's a good exercise, and yeah. But it must be tiring.
I've lost my questions. Hang on, no, here we are.
Oh, sorry.
I think you've asked all your questions to me, haven't you? Yes.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. No more embarrassing questions. So I have one more question on my list.
Sure.
So, like me and like you, we're quite different in age, and there are all kinds of people that make of all different ages that make YouTube videos, and some have been making since YouTube started, like Radbury and so on, and some who've just recently started. Do you think it's something that you'll do for quite some time, being a YouTuber, or is it when you eventually graduate and get your job, sort of you won't have time perhaps to do it, or is it something you think, no, I'd really love to still do it, kind of? Because some YouTubers, have fold after a while because of life. It's in the way.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to continue it on my YouTube journey, and of course, since I'm not going to be a full-time YouTuber in the future, so I'm pretty sure I can't promise to where I can put a lot of content or consistent content. It depends on the situation. But I would love to continue doing mukbangs using my free times, and one of the main reasons is because I just would love to connect with my viewers and my subscribers through my YouTube videos, and that's pretty much the only platforms for me to interact with them. And a lot of them are just so supportive, sweet, kind, and yeah, I would love to just. It's kind of like, for me, doing mukbangs, it's kind of like, just meeting your friends, but not in real time. But it's kind of like meeting your friends, and I would love to continue to have my friends on YouTube, and yeah.
Fritz just says, I hope you both stick with your channels for a long time. Well, yes. I mean, what Risa said, it's like meeting friends. And for me, that literally it is. Since I don't have any here. My friends are all connected through YouTube and Facebook and so on, and I don't meet them often, obviously, because it's quite difficult. But this is my link, as it were. So yes,
I know, right?
I shall keep doing this.
I think it's because of your link. A lot of people are coming together through your community, and otherwise people won't even know each other, and it's a very wonderful community that you build up yourself, and it's pretty much the same thing goes to Tokyo Drew as well. Like, you know, he has his really wonderful, beautiful community, and Simon, you as well. So that's fantastic.
Well, I mean, your community is, you know, we should share communities. I mean, you have quite a community too. I mean, I'm
very thankful, Simon. Yes, I'm very thankful for the communities that we have. Right.
I've got cakes for a week now.
Well, your lovely sons can help you out.
Yes, I mean, when we have our dinner tonight, it'll be
cakes,
sandwiches, and mostly cake. I have a bowl of whipped cream here that needs eating up.
Oh, I thought it was a flower at the first slide. Sorry.
I don't know. I mean, I may have just poisoned myself there. I don't know how long you're allowed to keep whipped cream in a warm environment.
How does whipped cream taste like, Simon?
Well, it's not sugared. It tastes like, if you can imagine, milk, but then thick.
What?
Thick.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever had a whipped cream just like that.
I'm gonna need to lay off the wine and have a coffee or something. Very healthy.
Simon, do you cook often?
Do I cook often? I cook more or less every day, yes, but mostly for myself, and a couple of times in the week for myself and my sons.
What do you make often?
I had recently coq au vin, which is basically chicken and wine sauce.
Okay.
Then curries. I like to make curries.
Curries, nice.
Yeah. What else do I eat? Mostly meat and 2 veg. Not very adventurous.
Do you eat pasta?
I try to lay off. I mean, I did in the past,
Carbs?
but at my age, you can't burn it off without doing especially doing extra exercise, which I'm not prepared to do because my job is quite physical. So I've not got the energy or the inclination to do any extra exercise. So in order not to get too fat, I lay off the pasta and the rice and spaghetti and stuff.
But you have a very nice, style. Like, you are fit, and I don't think you have to worry too much about your plate.
Yes, the fat is internal. And
internal.
It's internal, and it doesn't. I haven't quite got a beer belly, but if I look down, I can just see the tips of my toes.
But I think you're pretty slim, and
Yes, that's a polite way of skinny. Yes.
Yes, you are. And my mom said pretty much the same thing. Like, I think it's because of her age, and she's like starting to have more inner fat.
Yes, your metabolism slows down when you pass a certain age. So you may have to stop doing mukbangs at a certain time.
Right. When I get older, I feel like I definitely have to, control the portions I eat for my mukbangs, and maybe I need to increase the amount of exercise I do.
Yes, you should do like sort of far end of Tokyo. Do a restaurant and then walk to it.
like Drew. I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, maybe I should do that too. Yeah, I've never walked in Tokyo, to be honest, except to the station or to somewhere nearby. But I've never walked that far in Tokyo. Yeah, that was very to me.
Oh, it's worthwhile. I mean, you suddenly see. I've done that a few times, and that's what it looks like above ground. It's like,
yeah, that's true. Sometimes walking the street, it's a very fun thing to do, and maybe you can find a lot of hidden spots, and it's good for your body too to walk more, I guess.
Do you sometimes go to the parks in Tokyo?
Sometimes I do, maybe like during the weekends in the morning. Sometimes I do go for like a little walk, but just somewhere nearby, like a tiny park I have in my neighborhood. And I do go there for a short walk. But most of the time I just do my exercise in my apartment. I do yoga.
Oh yeah, I used to do that.
Oh, nice. I do some stretches and just simple, not too harsh type of exercise.
No, I gave up on exercise, and it's
That's what my mom said too. She tried. She really wants to, lose her stomach area, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, like how do I keep doing it?"
it's the motivation. Reese's mum. I know exactly. It's
yeah. She's really cute. I love her so much. I think she probably just left, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether Jonesy was going to try and wake his mum up, Oba-chan, to watch, but I've not seen her. Yeah, I've not seen it, but she's not subscribed. So as far as I know, so she may be watching. If you're watching, Oba-chan, I mean, I've asked Jonesy in chat how to what your real name is, because I'm not quite sure whether to call you Oba-chan. But yeah, next week on the show, Oba-chan will be the guest. And she can help me. I mean, unfortunately, I've got a Japanese test next Thursday, so it'll be a bit too late for help. But
which day, Simon? Which day it's going to be?
Thursday.
Thursday,
right?
Okay.
Learning how to the wa and ga and ordering things from restaurants and
yeah.
Menu onegaishimasu and washoku and ryoshoku and ryori and all that business. Yeah.
You have a very good accent, Simon.
Well, it's
Your
British.
accent is good. No, seriously, it is really, really good. Yeah. I think those are very complicated, especially ga, wa, ni, o. Those are very confusing. Even my mom makes mistakes. She has lived in Japan for over 25 years now, but she still does makes mistakes when it comes to those ga, wo, ni, wa.
Yeah. Oba-chan is watching. Hi, Oba-chan. I shall be in touch. I think I messaged Jonesy, but I shall message you from your Facebook page, and we can work out for next week. Okay.
Oh, that's such a cute, like a really cute picture of her cat and her. So cute.
Yes, people go and check out Oba-chan's channel. Everybody in the audience, yeah.
It's nice. Konbanwa, Oba-chan. Nice. Oba-chan's class. Good to know her channel.
So I've got a ton of cake left. How much cake have you got left?
I know I do have quite a lot of things left as well. I have a dango, and then I still have quite a lot of warabi mochi, and then I just ate half of my melon pan. And I didn't like this monk blanc. Monk blanc? It was too sweet for me. And I still have a cheese tart.
Oh, the cheesecake, the cheese tart sounds good. But yes, I mean Japanese sweets on the whole are not terrifically sweet. If you have the dango and the mochis, they're sweet, but they're not overly sweet. Whereas all these cakes here, I mean, I do have a sweet tooth, but I mean, there's a limit.
Right, it's a little bit too much sugar high.
Yeah, so I'm going to be sort of. I'm still buzzing at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning when I get to work.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad,
Oh, it's usual. I mean, Sunday, next day is work day, and my kids' holiday just finishes. They've got to go back to school on Monday. So.
Okay, is it after the spring break, maybe?
Yes, they've just had their spring break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So yeah, I'm having my spring break as well from my school.
From college, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But I do have my part-time job at the moment, so and Yeah, and this month it's actually the time for people to do the job hunting things.
Oh, yeah,
It
March.
starts
Yeah,
in March. I think in Japanese we call it 就職活動. It's like where after you before the fourth year, you need to start like applying for jobs, interviews, and seminars and things like that. That's all pretty much in March.
Ah, so you've been applying to consulates and airlines and things,
Right, that's
and the
what
tourist
I
office.
have been working on. Yeah, applications and attending seminars and just a lot of online documentations and things like that. Yeah.
Of the last question, I mean, the one I've just thought of is that if you had to choose between working in an embassy or a consulate, working for an airline, or working for the Japanese National Tourist Board, which of those appeals to you most?
My number one place that I would love to work at is probably embassy, but at the same time, I think for my ability it would be too challenging. So I would say my number one place I would love to work at is probably JNTO, Japan National Tourism Organization, and I think I love tourism, and I also want to utilize my language skills. Since a lot of Chinese tourism and like people are coming from other places to Japan right now. So I think the job is pretty fun, interesting, and at the same time I can use my ability. Yeah.
So I would have gone for the airline because of free flights, but yeah.
Oh yeah, airline would be. Oh, are you afraid of flights, Simon?
Not afraid. I'm afraid of the cost. So
yeah,
you get free flights if you work for the airline, maybe.
I think you get discounts, maybe, but probably not entirely free.
Ah, okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure. And Preferred said, "What is the food like at your university cafeteria?" It's mostly Japanese teishoku. It's like, you know, like the Japanese meal. You have the rice or noodles, and you have like fish dish or meat dish of your choice, and you have a bit of salads, and sometimes soup comes with it. So it's a very typical Japanese meal. That's what's served in my university, and those are pretty cheap. It's mostly around 400 yen, 500 yen, so it's pretty cheap.
I can't remember that far back. like 30 years ago.
Japanese campus food is pretty healthy and affordable. Yes.
That's your next video. University cafeteria mukbang.
I know. I'm still thinking about it right now. You know, I'm not sure if you recognize I've never done a sweets on my mukbangs, and I think it's because I can't really eat a lot of sweets at once. So I always do like oily food or some sort of home cooked meal or whatever that I was craving, and yeah. What would you like to see, Simon? If I were to ask you, what would you like to see me eat for my next mukbang?
For your next mukbang video, I would like you to. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something. Izakaya mukbang.
Izakaya. Just by myself.
Oh, there you are. You know. So, izakaya mukbang with Anna and Maya. There we go.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. I hope the restaurant will allow us to.
I think izakayas izakaya would probably be more relaxed about it than because they've filmed in those kind of places. Yeah, so get in touch with them. They're in Tokyo. I mean, just follow.
Do they drink?
They oh yes.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure if I can ask this question, but how old are they? Or maybe I can't.
I think they're more or less your age, or very slightly older. They graduated sort of
university
a few years ago. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure they can drink if they wanted to. Yeah. That's nice. I'm
So
I really enjoy.
I'm looking forward to that now. I shall contact them. And I shall put you in. Yeah, I can put you in contact with them. You know. So.
Thank you. And I would also love to meet Tokyo Drew as well. And I'm not sure if you know Bridget.
Bridget.
She's always in his videos. She's in Korean American.
No,
who lives in Tokyo. Okay, she's always in his
I know the name, and I think I may have seen her once or twice when he's done videos from the hub. But
right, and right. And a lot of people call her like buffet, whatever, because she loves buffet and she.
He's in the comments. He's in the comments. He's in the comments just now.
Oh my gosh! We were just talking about you, TD, Tokyo Drew.
TD's in the comments. That's your new name, by the way. That's your new name, by the way, TD.
TD. Yeah, buffet slayer. That's what Bridget is. And I got excited because I can eat as well. So I'm like,
There you are, Drew. You're all set up to go now. I mean, it's a race between you and Anna and Maya.
TD just had a really spicy curry yesterday.
Mrs. Drew put him in a separate room.
Simon, do you like spicy curry?
Mildly spicy. Yes, I could. But yes, no. Basically not. It doesn't. My tongue likes it. Intestines don't.
Oh, the same. I'm not really good at handling spicy food, even though I can eat a lot, but not spicy food. Yeah, it sucks. Not so spicy. That's good though. You know, if it was too spicy, then your stomach would be in pain and maybe your butt afterwards. You know. That's what I heard from a lot of mukbangers when they do the spicy noodle challenge is the aftermath. Like, you know, when you go to the bathroom and it really burns down there. And yeah, like a lot of
mukbang cutscenes.
I know, the mukbang secret or the aftermath. Yeah. A lot of people said it really burns, and I was like, oh.
Okay, with that,
I've noticed that.
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
It's getting to be like my old show. This.
Really? So you guys were talking about the spicy food?
Well, yes. You should have. You just look up 3 old dudes on YouTube, and then
I think I've watched one of your really, really old videos where 4 of you guys were video chatting. But I forgot the conversation, to be honest.
So did we.
Think... And yeah, but it was very interesting because everybody's accent was different. Like you have your UK accent and the American accent, and it was kind of interesting.
N7. What do you mean N7? What does N7? What does that mean, Vid?
N7. I had curry so hot I thought I was going to die. Oh no, but not fire on the way out. Oh, yeah. Curry can be really spicy if you get those spicy curry. I'm really scared of spicy food. I think it really burns my throat, and yeah, that's what I've never done a spicy mukbang on my channel yet.
I mean, Hong Kong food, as far as I know, is not so spicy. It's not like Sichuan.
Yeah, exactly. Hong Kong food / Cantonese food / Southern Chinese food are mostly not spicy, and the taste is pretty mild. And a lot of Hong Kong food is actually steamed, so it's pretty healthy compared to the northern part of Chinese food. Like the Sichuan food, it's like really spicy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. especially if it goes up your nose like it did mine. Oh, believe in yourself. Or you.
You're not supposed to snort your curry, Robert.
Have you ever had the nuclear fire noodle? The Korean nuclear fire noodle. Have you ever had?
I know. I mean, you're looking at somebody who's about as adventurous in the kitchen. You know.
It's very popular on YouTube, and a lot of people have done it, and I've never done it, and I don't plan to do it. It's just too spicy, I think.
Well, our cakes today weren't spicy, just lots of sugar, and
yeah, cakes were not spicy, definitely.
I'm really glad we did cakes and not spicy. I mean, I would have not.
I know.
I would have not survived the hour if we did.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't want us to be suffering at this interview show.
So I'm going to gradually round up the show now. But if there's anybody in the audience that wants to ask final questions to myself or to Risa, please do so now. I will allow you the 15-second lag. But if there are no questions, that's just like I'm having a meeting. If there are no further questions, I would like to thank Risa for joining me very kindly and having gone out. And,
thank you.
And I look forward to seeing her collaboration video with Anna and Maya. And next week we shall be possibly having a Japanese lesson, or I shall possibly having a Japanese lesson. I don't know with Oba-chan. And we look forward to seeing you then. I'll be spending the week trying to get in touch with Oba-chan and sorting that out. But thank you for joining us, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Here's copying Anna and Maya again. And
thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prefer. Thank you, Tokyo Tour. Thank you, Believe in Yourself. Thank you, Bits of Your Mom.
Actually, I'm waiting for his videos. Yes. See you, Tomo-san. Tomo-san, bye. Prep for it. Bye. TD. Bye. TD. And
bye, everyone. Have a
bye,
sweet
Robert.
night.
Bye, Vid. Bye, Oba-chan. Bye, Jonesy, if you're still there. And see you all next week. And if I have to.
Oba-chan. And see you, Simon again. Bye. Bye, everyone.